Hi, I'm Becky Stern, and I'm bringing to you the first installment of our weekly column, Ask Craft, where I answer your crafty questions. The first one is from Polly in New Jersey, and Polly writes, I'm working on an installation project as part of a ceramics residency, and I want to stencil or silkscreen the ingredients of a recipe on individual vintage china dishes. I've seen work on vintage dishes on Etsy, described as a heat-fused ceramic paint, non-toxic and food-safe, and I'm interested in finding a way to apply the text without having to use a kiln. But I can't find anything about this heat-fused ceramic paint. Do you have any advice? Well, I'm no ceramics expert, but my friend Jana is. She's a ceramics artist, and she helped me out and wrote that heat-fused paint sounds like china paint. These are available at most ceramic supply stores. They require a kiln, but it's very low temperature. Jana was worried about the vintage dishes because you don't know what temperature their glazes were fired at, and they might melt if you put them in a kiln at a really high temperature. So she recommends using a cone 04 or 06 glaze if you're going to use a kiln. She also recommends asking your local paint-your-own pottery store if you can rent time on their kiln. A lot of these businesses are really hurting right now, so if you can find anyone with a kiln, look on Craigslist maybe too. They'd probably be happy to rent you one. Jana says this is basically the only way to get your dishes to be food safe. But she also recommends using a ceramics decal from easyceramicdecals.com. And she says it's a great option because Polly could duplicate the recipe on a series of recipes easily at a variety of sizes, and you need a kiln, but it would be easier to reproduce your image. So I hope that helps, Polly. Okay, next up is a question from Therry in Ohio. She says, here's my dilemma. If I find a project in a book and make it for myself or my friend, that's okay. But can I make the project with some adjustments and sell it at a craft fair? Well, this is a really tricky copyright issue. Basically, if you learn a technique from a book, like how to crochet or how to attach bottle caps together to make a trivet, it's okay to sell whatever you make at a craft fair. But if you see a sweater pattern in a book and you make that sweater pattern and sell it at a craft fair, you may be violating the author's copyright. So when in doubt, check with the publisher. But basically, if it's technique-oriented, you're okay. If it's copying an exact pattern, it's not okay. Okay, that's it for our video installment. I hope to check back with you guys next week in our new series, Ask Craft. Thanks.